All right. So in the past, you've been on record as saying you do not feel like you are a guest in hip hop, right? And you've brought up basketball, the argument that the inventor of basketball was white. So does that make LeBron a guest in basketball? You've said that when hip hop was invented, there were mainly blacks.
The only argument that matters. Yeah, that
but there were Latinos and some whites that were involved.
Yeah, there was a few. Yeah, scattered. They were peppered in there, salted, I should say. They were salted in there. Fucking. No, I think it's fucking ridiculous. Like, I think that's a ridiculous thing. I think it's internet-driven fucking dumb shit. Just, for the sake of people having something to talk about. And I don't know why you'd want it. It'd just be like, oh, you're a guest here. I make the point about basketball because it's true. How fucking stupid does it sound? Are you a guest in basketball? Are you a guest in I don't know, Apple fucking iPhones? All right, the majority of people who say this shit are weren't there to invent hip hop themselves. So you don't get any more credit for the creation of what became hip hop than anybody else who wasn't there. Well, I don't care if you share a skill. You don't even look. People could say, oh, it's like people that look like me. They don't look like you. They have the same skin tone as you. If I put you next to them, you guys look nothing alike. You know what I'm saying? Not all black people look alike. That's fucking ridiculous. The whole idea is fucking, it's a perfect way to exclude people that would want to be included in something that's great. Like, why would you want to exclude people that want to be a part of your movement or the creation? Why would you want to? That's fucking dumb. It's just like it's a weird internet supremacy, the same reason, liberal politicians or liberals will wash Jasmine Crockett's feet. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking ridiculous. These people are fucking crazy. I think anyone who's subscribing to that horse shit is fucking bugging, because I'm part of hip hop, like it or not. I ain't a guest in shit. You ain't gonna do nothing to stop me from making music. There's nothing you can take away from me for the things I've done. Or, I wasn't a guest. You didn't invite me in. I kicked the fucking door off the hinges. So maybe I'm a home invader. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not a guest. I'll tell you that. But I don't know. I don't know whose idea that was and who started saying it.
Well, it's Lord Jamar.
But, the Lord Jamars of the world. Yeah, he's entertaining, but he's a fucking buffoon. I'm pretty sure isn't Lord Jamar a flat earther too? Which, don't get me wrong, I get a kick out of flat earth, but I'm pretty sure he's serious.
Yes, he believes in flat earth.
I'm supposed to take Lord Jamar? Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. The Dot X was cool when I met him. Grand Poobah was a douchebag. I'd assume Lord Jamar is similar. I'd assume.
Well, let me stop you there, okay? Because
I don't think they like white people too much.
Oh, well, let me stop you there, okay? Because Lord Jamar is my guy. He's Apathy's guy too. You know what I mean? I think that
I mean, maybe he's nice then. Maybe I have him all wrong. I might have it all wrong.
He's cool. I'm not saying I agree. I'm not saying I agree with all his beliefs or anything like that by any means.
Yeah, no.
All
right, you know what? I stand corrected then. I shouldn't make assumptions on who people are. But his opinions are fucking asinine sometimes. They're fucking crazy. And it's like, I'm not going to listen to that. I was supposed to, because Lord Jamar was in Brand Nubian and put out a classic hip hop record. I have to subscribe to this idea that I have to pay some homage to something. I don't get it. I pay homage to people I liked, like shit, But, like the Sugar Hill Gang was here way before I ever got here, and I couldn't, I don't feel like I owe Sugar Hill Gang shit.
Whoa.
I really don't. I don't see how. I mean, people can make the connection. Oh, if you look at it all going through, da-da-da-da. I feel like I owe more to, I don't know, the Pharaoh Monches of the world and the DJ Premiers of the world and the Wu-Tangs of the world, you know, and the Eminems of the world. You know, like they were bigger influences than any of that shit was. That's like the dinosaur of what we do. You know, in my opinion. But this guess shit, it's crazy.
Do you consider hip hop as a black art form?
No. I mean, yes, but no. You know what I'm saying? Like, white people do it too. You know what I mean? It's just where it is. It's what it became. It became
as the creators, do you recognize them?
Yes. That's why I say yes, but no.
Okay.
But I don't think of anything like that. Like, I think that's become a thing. And it goes back to the political stuff we were talking about. It's all bullshit being perpetuated. It comes back to black people a lot, where it's perpetuated for their shit. So they like hold on to this. So it's confrontational. Oh, there's a white in hip hop. You better acknowledge that it's black. Why? Why would you want to do that at the door? That's just going to make people tell you to go fuck yourself. Because even if it were true, even if it was true, it is true, you know, but at the same time, it's not true anymore. Because it's not. I mean, half the fucking when hip hop became hip hop, where people were recording records, you know what I'm saying? You know, I know it started parties in the park, all this stuff, and things prior to that where people were making records. But when it started becoming a recorded fucking thing and being sold and shows and such, half the fucking people that were making the beats, if not more, definitely engineering it, they were white. They were all fucking white. But what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Rick Rubin's white as fuck. Rick Rubin. I
don't know about making the beats, but engineering, I would say yes.
I mean, making the beats 100%, because that equipment was not available. You know what I'm saying? It was like, not saying that they were all white, but there was a lot of white people involved. Rick Rubin, he doesn't have a stake in hip hop. Rick Rubin's a guest in hip hop. Is somebody going to make that argument to me? That the Beastie Boys are guests in hip hop? Really? That sounds crazy to me.
Okay.
That just sounds crazy. It's just a crazy idea. Like,
what about,
I don't know. Just to me, it just seems insane.
What about the level of sensitivity when it comes to the situation, because black people's history in this country and the way they feel they've had everything stolen from them or whitewashed? Do you feel like it's understandable why they're a little more protective over something like hip hop?
I guess. I don't know. I think it goes back to the earlier political stuff we were talking about. I think it's all part of it. I think you know, hip hop loves to talk and chat about stupid shit like this. I think it's pointless. I think it doesn't matter. You know, like, I just think it's pointless. It's just something that circulates in Medium articles and people's tweets. You know, it's like, I don't know. It seems fucking pointless.
What about the FBA conversation?
Like, I don't know. Should I be concerned? What is that? What, foundational Black Americans? What's the argument? I don't even really know. I know the term. I kind of heard it. But.
Right. The FBA conversation that foundational Black Americans created hip hop prior to even 1973, that the elements existed in various ways. They have footage of people rapping like in the 20s or dancing in like breakdancing styles in the 20s and things like that. And these elements existed prior to 1973, prior to the unification and naming, calling it hip hop.
No, who knows? Who fucking knows? I don't know. All I know is that the people saying this shit had nothing to do with it. So what the fuck their claim to it is, beyond me. I don't know.
All right.
I couldn't answer that. That's a crazy, crazy argument. Like, I don't know, like, what the argument even is you're making. Like, what is it you want out of this? Like, what is it? Is there anything? What is it they want out of it? Like, is there a point to it?
I think the point
is I'm confused. Like,
the point is to be recognized as the creators, and because
they are. Nobody's saying that Black people didn't like start what we know as hip hop, and weren't predominantly the talent, especially early on, and still, predominantly.
Well, I think with Lord Jamar,
But what else?
his main thing was just like, if you're a guest in this house, you know, ask for permission before making certain changes and stuff like that. Because like, if you remember when that conversation first got brought up,
how about no? No, that's insane. Number one, it's not a house. Number two, you don't own it because you didn't build it. And number three, it wasn't built for people not to come inside. That's ridiculous. No. People can change whatever they want when they're making art. Period. Like, nah. Nope. Did anybody fucking say don't do alley-oops at basketball because you're changing how good basketball is? You're making it better? Like, should we say that? Like, could we take anything ever invented and say that about it and see if it has invented by anyone and just, make the example, and it'll sound just as foolish as this does to me. It's just hip hop is such like a sensitive thing on the internet. It's like, oh, this is this art form and this and that. Like, come on, man. Enough. Like, just do your thing. Like, I don't know. It goes back to like, I'm not every white guy and you're not every black guy. So like, why are you taking credit for shit you didn't do? Really? I've made the basketball analogy, but like, I'm not taking credit for anything anyone ever invented, black or white, because I didn't do shit. I was just, I'm just partaking in life here, It's all PC, woke, weirdo, fucking internet, people talking too much, fucking craziness to me. I don't know. I get it. I get where people are coming from, but like, I don't know, man. Some of it I feel like it's just podcast talk. It's just something to talk about, and it takes on a life of its own, so people run with it. I don't know.
All right.
Because I would fucking laugh at Lord Jamar if he tried to check me. I would laugh at him. I would be like, absolutely not. I'm not asking permission for anything. Absolutely not. No. That would be my answer to it all. Nah, I'm good.
Well, okay. Let me say this though, okay? Because the whole conversation started back then because of the whole Macklemore "Same Love" song.
I wouldn't listen to that. What was that?
He felt like it was about where he was talking about he thought he was gay when he was younger and stuff like that.
Jesus Christ.
And
what the fuck happened to hip hop?
Right. And so then Lord Jamar's perspective was like, hey, you're coming into our house and you're trying to push like kind of like a different agenda that does not like reflect the people. And that's what he meant by like kind of like before you come into the house and make changes or do certain things, like you got to get the permission from the people that own the house.
No, you don't. That's nonsense because Lord Jamar doesn't own the house. So he doesn't need to get permission to do anything. Do I think that's whack and cheesy and placating and fucking corny? I totally agree with him on that side of it, but he doesn't have to do shit. He doesn't have to ask you for shit. He can do whatever he wants, and he has a label funding it. So get over it. It is what it is. That would be my answer to the whole thing. Nope. Doesn't. And it's not white privilege. It's not. It's just the way the world works. People have access to record, distribute their music. If people buy it, it is what it is. They don't have to ask you to get your permission slip, Lord Jamar. Like you don't have to do that. You just gotta, I think Lord Jamar needs to like kind of just, accept the fact that hip hop grew into something that maybe he's not happy it grew into and he wanted it for his people, but it's not, But you're just going to have to accept that. I would think, Well, I'm sure he won't, because it's good for clicks, but